Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the season premiere episode of Smackdown. It is the Smackdown after WrestleMania. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here in Chicago, Illinois once again. I'm your host and commentator, Nick, and it seems like we're kicking off the show with the self-proclaimed new tribal chief, the man who absolutely obliterated The Rock at WrestleMania with a number of Samoan spikes, Solo Sikoa. He's out here and apparently he's got something on his mind. I wonder what he's got to say. These people certainly not too fond of Solo, letting them know how they feel about him. This hostile Chicago crowd does not like this man.
This is my yard now.
Well, you heard the man, ladies and gentlemen. Simple phrase. Who does this guy think he is? Bro thinks he's Roman Reigns legit. And that's it. That's all he has to say. That's all he's got for this hostile crowd in Chicago. Solo now walking towards the back. Mic drop, ladies and gentlemen. The message is short and sweet from the self-proclaimed new tribal chief. And wait a minute, there's the megastar. What an interesting encounter this is. As LA Knight walks away, Solo with a simple message to kick off the show. It is now time to start off the show with some singles competition. The first match in the World Heavyweight Championship Tournament. You've got Ivar getting a big chance on a bigger stage to compete for a chance at the World Heavyweight Championship at Backlash, which will be live in Puerto Rico. But he's going up against this man, a veteran in this business, the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. This one's got a lot of meat all over this match, ladies and gentlemen. Big meaty men slapping meat. And the bell goes off here in the live chat. Who do you got, ladies and gentlemen? Who advances to the next round in the World Heavyweight Championship Tournament? We start off with Joe and Ivar. Massive headbutt. And later on tonight in the main event, Moxley takes on Ricochet in another first round matchup. These two going at it already. Ivar not backing down. Ivar, one half of the Viking Raiders, looking for a big opportunity. Big splash in the corner, but nobody home. And now Joe, Irish whip to the opposite corner. Elbow, and a massive enziguri right in the corner. Samoa Joe is locked in. Joe has been there and done that across multiple wrestling promotions over the years. He returned at the Royal Rumble. But now Joe off the ropes. Look out! My goodness, suicide forearm smashed to the outside. A man with the weight that Samoa Joe has should not be able to move that quickly. But now Ivar with a massive clothesline outside the ring. Ivar is also pretty athletic for his size. And look out, my goodness. Flying through the air, case in point. Ivar is also athletic here. Ivar looking for a big opportunity here to get to a bigger stage. Massive running DDT. Oh, what a massive right hook to the Samoan submission machine. And now Ivar grappling, picks him up. And out. Oh my goodness. Gutbuster. Modified Gutbuster. Is that it? And no, Ivar. Not able to get the job done. Joe kicks out. Ivar now in the corner. Joe gets back. And now back and forth. This match has been pretty damn good thus far. These two bigger guys going at it. Back and forth. And Ivar wants to bring it. Punch right to the midsection. Ivar in the corner. What's he looking for here? Oh, it's Samoa Joe. Nobody home. Does that signature walk away. Such a savage way. Just disrespect to his opponent. Massive clothesline. Samoa Joe is back into it. And now rolls through. Sweeps the legs over him. And now Samoan Blitz. Right to Ivar. A combination of strikes and the slap to the face. And now could he be looking for Coquina clutch? Can he lock it in? But no, Ivar counters. Ivar spinning heel kick. Ivar's on fire, ladies and gentlemen. Is he going to do this? Ivar going to the top. Look out below. Massive moonsault by Ivar. Is that it? No, Joe kicks out. Ivar with that signature moonsault, but it was not enough. This crowd is loving this. To open up Smackdown has been amazing, but Joe counters, shoulder block. The Samoan submission machine looking to drag Ivar. Samoa Joe gets Ivar. Coquina clutch. The Coquina clutch is locked in. It's locked in. Is Ivar going to be forced to submit? Is he going to tap? Ivar's locked on the Coquina clutch. He's in trouble, folks. This submission hold has put away numerous opponents over Samoa Joe's career. And will Ivar be the next one to submit to that move? Locked in tight. Is Ivar about to go night-night? Is it over? And Ivar is forced to tap. Samoa Joe with an impressive victory. A great effort from Ivar, but it was not enough. The Samoan submission machine comes out on top and advances to the next round.
I think the future is very bright for you two here in the Dangerous Alliance. We may have been unsuccessful at WrestleMania, but we will get back into it and get some championship gold in some way, shape, or form. Hopefully one of you can take one of, or even both of the women's titles here on SmackDown. I have a vision of you two both holding the Women's World and Women's North American titles. Speaking of that, Zoe, I've gotten you into the Triple Threat Eliminators match next week for a chance to compete for the Women's World title at Backlash.
I like where your head's at, Paul. I will get another shot at Rhea Ripley, but there's someone in our crew we have to discuss. Someone who had help from both Zoe and I and still managed to lose at WrestleMania. I'm sure you know where I'm going with this.
Yes, indeed, and I agree wholeheartedly.
Hey, I've been trying to call you guys all week and none of you have picked up. Is there something I should know about? I'm not in the best of moods, so what's going on?
Oh no, Rhonda, of course not. It's all just a big misunderstanding. Good effort at Mania. We're ready to get back to work with you.
Well, stay out of my way. This is still a group built around me. I'll see you guys later.
Paul, you know what we eventually have to do soon, right?
Of course I do, Miss Baszler. Siri, call John Moxley.
Gosh, I just can't stand Ronda Rousey. But it looks like there could be some issues brewing in the Dangerous Alliance, but it's time to move on. We've got a couple of local talents in the ring right now. It's time to see the first in-ring debut for the Motor City Machine Guns. They were drafted to SmackDown as free agents. And they are now here in WWE. Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley looking to make an impact here in WWE. They've made an impact elsewhere. They've done it all over the world as a team. But now they're bringing their presence to WWE as they take on two local competitors. They look so weird, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to lie to you. Immediately going for the two locals. And now a drop kick. Chris Sabin starts off. Chris Sabin, a former TNA heavyweight champion. And Alex Shelley as well. They both won tag team gold all over the world. And now what's this local thinking? What's he doing? Going to the top rope, trying to hide from Alex Shelley, and Shelley brings him down. Motor City Machine Guns. Man, being very dominant thus far against these two local competitors. And now, my goodness. My goodness. Reverse STO. Planting the local right into the mat. And now same move to the outside. Shelley plants him on the outside. On that cold, hard ground. And now Sabin gets the tag. Chris Sabin, Irish whip into the corner. Tag to Alex Shelley. And what are they looking for here? Looking to have some teamwork. And oh no, the Tower of Doom. The Tower of Doom to that local competitor. Is that it? Can they do it? And good night, jobbers. My goodness. You can count to 100. An impressive performance for their debut. Motor City Machine Guns are victorious. And the Motor City Machine Guns have arrived here in WWE. The Smackdown Tag Division has to watch out.
With my feet, stomp my heat, pump the streets, jump. You don't want war if my feet stomp my heat, pump in the streets, jump. Yeah, you don't want war. My feet stomp the heat, pump the streets, yeah, jump. Come on, you don't want war if my feet stomp my heat, pump in the streets, jump. You don't want war.
After a successful weekend that I had, it's time to get to work. I was able to defeat Okada and bring honor and prestige back to this great sport, and no one will ever be able to take either of my titles away from me. No one from America, Japan, or Europe. The ring general is scared of no challenger from any continent or wrestling promotion. In fact, in the next few weeks, I will be making a trip overseas to Japan to check out the competition over there.
Hey Gunther, you remember me? I'm sure you do very well. I haven't forgotten about you. You mentioned going to Japan, but you're going to have to get past this British brute here in America first. You see, I'm tired of waiting. I've been waiting for years for a chance to compete for important championships and to kick the crap out of wrestlers like you. I've been waiting for our next match for years now.
Pete, I admire your courage, but that's the issue. I've completely forgotten about you. I forgot you existed, to be honest with you. But I do miss our fights in that very sacred ring. But do you really truly deserve a shot at even one of my titles? So with that in mind, I'm going to have to decline your offer.
So you're going to make this the hard way. Understood. Just know one way or another, I'm coming after you.
Seth Rollins? What's he doing there? Seems like things are starting to cook up in the Intercontinental Championship scene. It seems like Pete Dunne and even possibly Seth Rollins might want a title shot at Gunther at either the Intercontinental title or the IWGP title. But it's time to move on, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the Triple Threat Eliminators match. The first of two. The winner of this advances to Backlash to compete for the vacant Women's World Championship, which is coming to the Smackdown brand. We got Tiffany Stratton coming out first, and now we have Mercedes Moné, the CEO of the women's division, here on SmackDown, with a new look, revamped name, and a bit of a newer face here. Tiffany Stratton is a younger star, and we've got Lyra Valkyria, the bird lady. She thinks she's a bird, ladies and gentlemen. But these three tremendous athletes are about to compete. The winner of this advances to Backlash to compete for the Women's World Championship. Three top stars here in the women's division. And Tiffany Stratton and Lyra Valkyria making their in-ring debuts in this series. Stratton was in the Royal Rumble, but she was unsuccessful. This is the first on-screen appearance for Valkyria and Stratton, with Mercedes already attacking Valkyria. And now, Mercedes Moné and Stratton gonna double team Lyra Valkyria with a double DDT. And at the beginning of the match, ladies and gentlemen, it seemed like Mercedes was just stalking, waiting in the distance, and now just punching Lyra Valkyria back and forth, double teaming Lyra. That's what happens in multi-person matches. You end up having short-term alliances, and they throw Lyra Valkyria over the top, and now Moné and Stratton gonna fight, and now the Shining Wizard. Right to the face, is that it? And Stratton is able to kick out. If you're in the live chat, ladies and gentlemen, who do you got to advance to Backlash? Backlash, also, just so you know, is a SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view 4 weeks away from this episode. And now Lyra back into the mix. Which one will be able to advance and win that Women's World title? And Valkyria looking to mount some sort of comeback and spark some momentum. Look at Valkyria. Look at the athleticism. Shotgun drop kick. Great athleticism, but Moné attacks her from behind. You have to have eyes at the back of your head in a multi-person match like this. And now Stratton looking to take the fight to Moné. Moné, formerly known as Sasha Banks. Different name now, but same intensity. Similar motto, all about money. She now calls herself the CEO of the women's division. And now Valkyria. Irish whip to both corners. And now attacks Stratton. Valkyria is very impressive so far, ladies and gentlemen. Clothesline to Stratton. And now Moné with a backstabber from behind. And now a kick. An array of kicks. Moné. And now shotgun drop kick by Stratton. Once again, all three competitors in the mix. And now Stratton. Irish whips both into each corner. Stinger splash. And another stinger splash. Shout out Sting. Stratton's on fire, ladies and gentlemen. Can Tiffy do it? Will she prove that it's Tiffy time? And now drops Lyra back first into the mat. Is that it? And no! Lyra kicks out. An intense matchup thus far. All three competitors with something to prove. Putting it all on the line for a chance to compete for the Women's World title. Lyra, spinning heel kick. Taking out Stratton, is that it? And no! Stratton able to kick out. What a contest this has been. Ultra competitive. These three have everything to lose in this matchup, but only one can get a shot. And Elvira hits the Nightwing to Stratton. Is that it? And Mone breaks it up. That was a close one. She almost ended it with the Nightwing, but now Mone gets back into it. And now Mone dropped a hold. And now Mone kick to the gut. She gets Stratton in the bankrupt. But now Elvira back into it. You gotta have eyes on the back of your head. You have to have tremendous vision in a matchup like this. As Mone goes to the outside again. And now Valkyria looking to attack, but Stratton looking to take advantage. Looking to counter with the strikes into the midsection. These three tremendous athletes putting it all on the line here. And a kick right to the face. But Stratton thinking here. Stratton. These women feeling very fatigued right now. Just constant movement in a match like this. And now drags her into the corner. Stratton with the prettiest moonsault. Prettiest moonsault, is that it? And Mone once again breaking it up. Mone once again. And now throw Stratton over the top like she's a piece of garbage. And now Mone could be looking to capitalize. Throws Lyra back into the ring. Mone stalking Valkyria now. And now picks her up. What's she doing? What's she looking for? Oh my god! A sit-out tombstone pile driver. And now kick to the gut. What the hell? And Mone lands it. Plants her face first. Is that it? Mone advances to Backlash. Stratton could not get into it. Mone is headed to Puerto Rico.
The whole world is wondering what my purpose is for coming back and going straight after the Dangerous Alliance. It's very simple. We're here to make Jon Moxley's life a living hell, just like he made mine several months ago. If you haven't already noticed, I have some new faces with me. New faces to the WWE fans, but I've known the Fatus a long time, and they are the best set of savages I've had in my bloodline yet. Zilla Fatu, the son of the late Umaga, and Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf. You see, these two are better than any other Samoan who was ever on my side because these two are hungrier and these two are hell-bent on total destruction. Unlike Jimmy, Jay, Solo, or Rocky, none of those guys that I listed are the next tribal chief. No, it's Jacob Fatu. He will carry the table when I'm done. But I'm not done yet, and I will not stop until Jon Moxley is finally taken care of once and for all. Because next week, when I beat AJ Styles in the first round of the World Heavyweight Championship Tournament, I will be closer to getting back my title that I lost last year at Clash at the Castle. If the Dangerous Alliance or anyone else has an issue with that, then step up, because we're kicking everybody's ass this season. Believe that. Acknowledge us.
The Bloodline's sending a very cryptic message, but it's time to move on, ladies and gentlemen, because now we have John Cena making his way to the ring, the leader of the C Nation, and the recently turned back into the good guy. He's here after a big win against MJF at WrestleMania. He's here. What is he going to say?
Chicago, what's going on? How are we feeling tonight? It's been an eventful couple of days for yours truly here in WWE. Not only did I keep my legacy alive against MJF, but I shaved him bald. And at the draft, Randy Orton and myself confirmed our match for next year's WrestleMania in Tokyo. The only problem with that is Randy and I got drafted to different brands in the draft. So that begs the question, what's next for me here on SmackDown as I await that match next year with Randy? Do I go get that 17th world title? Do I go get back the Intercontinental title that I held briefly last year? Who do I face next?
Wait just a second, ladies and gentlemen. It is the former WWE Undisputed Champion, the leader of the United Elite, Kenny Omega. What's he doing here? John Cena just asked the crowd what he should do next as he awaits for his much anticipated match with Randy Orton at next year's WrestleMania, but that's next year. What's going to happen next? And it seems like Kenny Omega is out here. He might have an answer for John Cena. The former WWE Champion is here. What has he got in his mind?
It's good to finally meet you, John. Game recognizes game. I'd like to say I'm in a good mood, but I'm really not. Especially after losing my WWE Undisputed title this past weekend. And now I find out I'm not even in the tournament to determine the new World Heavyweight Champion at Backlash. I'm not blaming you by any means, but I figure if I can't have an opportunity to become the new World Champion, then neither should you. I respect you, John, but let's be real. Do you really have what it takes to be here anymore?
First off, it's nice to meet you, Mr. Omega. I damn well know who you are and of your work. The cleaner Kenny Omega, a Japanese wrestling sensation, and over the last few years you've become a big face here in America. And you're entitled to your opinion, but I only deal in facts. I'm still the face who runs the place. I'm not in the tournament either, but I damn sure have figured out I have something else to prove. I know I could beat you, Kenny.
With all due respect, John, I'm more than just a sensation. I've won world titles across at least 10 different wrestling promotions. I am elite. So, John, why don't we settle this? Name a time and place. No elite involved, just mano a mano.
You're talking to a 16-time world champion, Kenny. My achievements speak for themselves. You and me, man to man, you keep the elite out of this and I make the offer. What do you say you face me live in Puerto Rico in 4 weeks at Backlash?
You're on. I don't need the elite to beat you, Cena. You can't bury me. You better bring your very best, or I'm gonna tear you apart with ease.
Oh my God. Cena and Omega in 4 weeks at Backlash for the first time ever. This is incredible. A true dream match. Live in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Wow, what a bombshell that these two have just dropped. What a blockbuster announcement made for Backlash. But ladies and gentlemen, that's at Backlash. We have stuff for you next week. Next week, the Triple Threat Eliminators for the women's carries on as Bayley takes on Zoe Stark and Naomi. Also, what's next for the ring general Gunther, as he was able to win and become a double champion back at WrestleMania after defeating Okada. What's next for your ring general? And round 1 of the World Heavyweight Championship Tournament continues next week when the leader of the Bullet Club Gold, the Switchblade Jay White, takes on him and Carmelo Hayes. Also, next week's main event, the World Heavyweight Championship Tournament, round 1, the leader of the Bloodline 2.0 takes on the phenomenal AJ Styles. That should be a hell of a contest, but that's next week. Coming up next, it is almost time for your main event. Jon Moxley takes on Ricochet in the World Heavyweight Championship Tournament. It is live, up next. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your main event. It is time for your big match of the evening. It's time to see the leader of the Dangerous Alliance, Jon Moxley, compete against this man, Ricochet, the one and only, in the World Heavyweight Championship Tournament. This is another round 1 matchup. We saw Samoa Joe defeat Ivar earlier tonight and move on. Which one of these two can move on and will be facing Samoa Joe in 2 weeks on SmackDown for the second round? If you're in the live chat, who do you got? As you can see, Moxley is still damaged and heavily taped up from the brutal and grueling Hell in a Cell match he had against Seth Rollins back at WrestleMania, which he won, by the way. So he's already hurt. He may be at a slight disadvantage here. Ricochet is nice and fresh. Ricochet helped aid My goodness. Massive DDT. Ricochet helped aid Bryan Danielson at WrestleMania, helped him beat Shawn Michaels to even the odds. But now Ricochet with that athleticism, and that's one thing he'll have over Moxley in this matchup here. Who do you have if you're in the live chat? Who moves on in the tournament? Ricochet's on fire here. Again, he's more fresh. Throws Mox over the top. Ricochet is on fire. Big fight feel here in Chicago. WrestleMania week is almost over, and look out! Ricochet diving over the top. Senton over the top. Landing on Moxley outside the ring. Ricochet is a tremendous athlete, ladies and gentlemen. He's the one and only for a reason. Moxley getting back to his feet. And now Ricochet, springboard European uppercut. Standing shooting star, but Moxley gets the knees up. The purveyor of violence is now back on top of the action. Attack in the back and neck. And Jon Moxley aligned himself with Paul Heyman about 4 months ago on Anarchy and the Dangerous Alliance. On the women's side of things, they didn't look too good at WrestleMania, but Moxley represented them nice and proud in a drive-by big boot into the corner. But it seems like Shayna and Zoe are going to work on things, but can he do it here? And no, Ricochet kicks out. Moxley could not get the win right there. But at least Moxley was able to get a big-time win. But it was Roman Reigns who made his return to confront Moxley, along with the Fatus. And Moxley, lunatic elbow off the top. And we saw earlier tonight, Roman Reigns basically introduced us to the Fatus. And he said he's coming for Jon Moxley, and he's not going to rest at the head of the table until Moxley is put down for good. And now Moxley with a massive arm drag. Moxley's been on fire though as of late, ladies and gentlemen. Got lots of star power, a mix of star power and upcoming stars in this tournament. But now Moxley's got a bulldog choke locked in on Ricochet. The bulldog choke. He's going to look to choke out and incapacitate the one and only. Is Ricochet going to be able to escape this? It's locked in very tight, ladies and gentlemen. Now Ricochet resisting. Ricochet looking to get back into it. Elbows into the midsection. The one and only fighting back. Kick right to the leg. And now looking to roll up Moxley. Look at that fat walrus. No. The Dangerous Alliance certainly have a lot on their plate. Moxley has a lot on his plate with Ricochet. And Heyman has a lot on his plate, literally. He eats food. Too much food. He's a fat walrus. And Ricochet, though, looking to go to the top. What's he looking for here? Got Moxley with him. What's Ricochet thinking? Oh my God! Avalanche neck breaker from the top. This is awesome. This is getting good. Ricochet's on fire. Can the one and only do it in advance to the next round? Shooting star press by the one and only. Has he done it? No! Moxley kicks out. The purveyor of violence kicks out. But now Ricochet could be setting up. He's looking for the recoil, but no, Moxley blocks the kick. But now Ricochet to the corner. And now Ricochet strikes him. Super kick to Moxley. And now Ricochet stalking Jon Moxley. What's he looking for here in the corner? And now Ricochet looking for a springboard clothesline. Oh, but Moxley caught him. Moxley caught him. My God, the paradigm shift. He caught him with the paradigm shift. And now curb stomp. Shades of the man he beat at WrestleMania, Seth Rollins. And now picks up Ricochet, kick to the gut. And this time, an elevated paradigm shift. Moxley moves on to round 2. Moxley gets himself a spot in the semifinals in 2 weeks. The leader of the Dangerous Alliance with a big-time victory. An impressive win over Ricochet. And wait a minute! Roman Reigns with a spear out of nowhere. Where the hell did he come from? The original tribal chief laying out Moxley. Roman Reigns sending another message to Moxley. He said it earlier tonight. He will not rest until Moxley's put down for good. Will Roman Reigns be able to advance in the tournament when he faces AJ Styles next week, ladies and gentlemen? We'll have to find out. What a show this has been, ladies and gentlemen. Moxley's been laid out. Message sent to Moxley and the Dangerous Alliance. The Bloodline 2.0 and Roman Reigns are coming straight after them. But that's all we have tonight, folks. I've been your host and commentator, Nick. Thank you for joining me. Wait a minute. That's Stone Cold Steve Austin, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have this in my run sheet here tonight. Stone Cold was the host of WrestleMania Chicago, and he's here.
I just wanted to come out here before SmackDown goes off the air and say thank you to all you great fans for a great WrestleMania weekend. We definitely had our fun opening up cans of whoop ass, and I even got attacked by Solo. If he ever wants to try again, old Stone Cold will stomp a mud hole in his ass and walk it dry. But with that being said, thank you WWE Universe for your support. If I go on a break for a little while, you understand why. But Stone Cold will always be here for you guys in spirit. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got beer waiting at the ranch.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Well, there you have it. You heard the man, ladies and gentlemen. Stone Cold Steve Austin wanted to thank the fans. And we thank you, Steve, for hosting WrestleMania. What a great end to the season premiere episode of Smackdown. And what the... Wait a minute. What the hell is going on? That's LA Knight. It's the megastar. He just blindsided Stone Cold. Stone Cold embarrassed LA Knight on night 2 of WrestleMania. But LA Knight, oh no, kick to the gut. Blunt force trauma into the cold hard ground on top of the stage. What the hell has gone into you? What the hell has gone into LA Knight? What the hell is this about?
At WrestleMania, you stole my spotlight, so now I've stolen yours. You ain't so tough now, nah. This is my game. No one disrespects me, you worthless son of a bitch.
Oh my God. LA Knight taking out a Hall of Fame legend in Stone Cold. This sick son of a bitch. Sick son of a bitch. That's all we have. We're out of time, ladies and gentlemen. This wasn't in the run sheets for tonight. LA Knight, what is going on? Why?